frankly, I give Ukraine credit for doing so well. I mean, they're good fighters. They're very good fighters.
Tell us about your conversations with President Zelensky. Did you talk about?
We had a very good conversation this morning and yesterday, and he basically would like to, as you know, we are not sending any weapons. We're sending them to NATO, and NATO is paying, which is a big difference between Biden and Trump, because Biden gave him $350 billion, and we didn't. We gave them nothing, but we gave them respect and some other things, frankly. So we talked about weapons, and the weapons are sent to NATO, and NATO then sends us a check. They pay for them in full, and they would need more weapons, and we're looking into doing that. We hope we're going to be able to provide them. You know, our country needs weapons too. We can't give so many weapons that we don't have weapons. You never know what's going to happen. Who knows what's going to happen? But NATO pays us 100% for the weapons, and then they send them into Ukraine. And we talked about the weapons they need, what kind of weapons. They need Patriots very badly. They'd like to have Tomahawks. That's a step up. They'd like to have Tomahawks. We talked about that. And so we'll see.
There are indeed a lot of statements that still need to be dealt with. We are carefully recording them all. The subject of Tomahawks is of the utmost concern to us, and President Putin has already spoken about it. This weapon, Tomahawk, is special because it can be either non-nuclear or nuclear. Although it has a high range and is a serious weapon, it cannot change the situation on the front lines.
25 करोड़ गरीब गरीबी को परास्त करके बाहर निकले।
For the good of our nation, let's work together and let's truly make America great again.
The fastest news breaks.
Requested PM saying that we will have to speak to Putin and to Zelensky.
The biggest newsmakers.
The relationship with India is probably the most important bilateral relationship the US will have for the rest of this century.
The capital delivered quite an election result today.
Expert analysis.
The million-dollar question today is how to stop this dance of death.
Ground reports.
I'm standing at the crossroad of the Kumbh Mela. Behind me are more than 100 entry guards.
Long-form interviews.
Exclusionary politics is reflected in Manipur case as well. You don't bother because this is a small state.
Deep dive into burning issues.
It's often said DRC could be the richest country in the whole world. It's because of what sits underneath.
Why exactly did the US topple the Sheikh Hasina government?
HT videos. We don't just break news, we break it down.